Hi guys, this is data augmentation again. So from the last time, we have the uh, revenue. Sorry, we have the TDM adjustment for revenue recognition. So you see it here that FY 20, 12 month for 12 month for the FY, and then 6 month to 6 month for YTD. So that you can recognize the revenue like this, and then you can compare like for like the columns. And you also remember that for the monthly, you have to remove the duplicate one, and then you only select the raw data because otherwise the YTD will be double count, right? So in this case, from 20, you have to check from 20 from 22 Jan 22 on to June 20. Sorry, 24 to June 24 onward, and then if you see the number as a very regular or at least like not double count, then you can just okay. So that's the YTD part here. Mm. Now the next question would be how can I sort the sorry, so how can I uh, rank the data or compute the cohort of the data in this case. So this kind of question is another level of uh, augmentation. So you have to add more column in this case. So assuming that you want to add cohort, let me show you how to handle the cohort. Uh, in this case, uh, I think okay. So this assuming that you have to you can add the cohort, for example, and then in here you see the customer code already, but you don't have the joining date, so you have to imply or you have to derive the joining date. Okay, so in this case, I have to take the group of the customer by code, and then I will have to uh, compute the first contribution date in here by taking the mean. So this one will be the customer first contribution date. Okay, so uh, uh, so this one yeah, this one because of the three historical periods. So uh, the first contribution date may or may not be the joining date of the customer, but it's a proxy to the joining date. So if the company is too long already, this company is like 10 years old already, then maybe the first contribution date is just because of the historical period of the 3 years, and then the first contribution date will be the first month in the historical period for the old customer, for the like 10 years customer. For the new customer, they're still true because the first order will be the first joining date as well, so it's okay. So we assume that in this case, we assume that the first order is the joining date as well, and then later, if you want to communicate with the managers or anyone who read your report, you have to communicate. This is a proxy to the joining date, not the joining date itself, because due to the sufficient or the limitation of the data, then you cannot have the column for joining date, and then you have to derive it. So this is the best you can do already in subject to the data. Okay, so that's it. I I want to derive the first customer joining date, and then I derive the cohort after the joining date. So I will derive the cohort here by the uh, YMVY, by the date time format of the first date. So I will use a coh in order to denote the cohort, and then the m and the y and the m and the b and the y again. Y again, sorry, y. And then I have the cohort. And then if I want to merge this one back to the VLOOKUP to the original table, then I use this function. Okay. So if I join the customer code here against, or I match the entire customer code here against the customer code in the second table, then I append the first customer joining date. And then after I run this workflow, I hope to see the other two columns. Okay, so this is the before, this is before, and then this is after. And then you can see the customer first contribution date, and therefore the cohort YMBY here will be placed together for so meaning that we have more columns to split the revenue. Okay, so let us do the instead of using the customer by market here, I will recognize the revenue, monthly revenue by cohort, and then you can see the difference between the two views. Okay, so let us compare like for like this view and then the other view. I will copy this one down here, and then I will copy, and then I connect this one here, and then because now I have the cohort already, then I just check this on the cohort, and then I need to sort the cohort by uh, the the ascending order, so that the oldest one will be on top and then the newest one at the bottom, and then there you go. Okay, so now you can see here, you can read the cohort already. So this cohort start in Jan and then continue from Jan onward. This one from April 23 and then contribute only from April 23 onward, and then so on. Okay, so that's how you check your data, and then using your monthly numbers, monthly revenue in this case. So compared to this one is just the revenue by market. So you have the breakdown, but this one by cohort already. I can show you the other breakdown, which is the uh, top customer as well. So it uh, by all the customer property, but in this case, we need to use augmented properties or augmented columns instead of the provided column, because in here we don't see any ranking column at all. So there's no customer ranking in this case. Okay, so in this example, I will show you quickly the global ranking by customer, and then in here I just split this one out for the in the second branch in order to compare like for like the two, but technically I can modify this branch in order to add more customer property in here. Okay, but I will branch it out into the second stream to compare them like for like. Again, one more time, I use the customer code as a group, and then I use the total sale here as the customer lifetime value. So I sum them all together as the customer lifetime value. And then I will sort this one uh, by the biggest item on top. So lifetime value biggest on top, which is descending order in here. And then I add the ranking column in here. This one, there's two options in here. The first one is just the record ID, and the second one is the multi-row. I will choose the modifico one because this one will help me later on the global ranking. So let me rank the customer in here, and then I will rank by the row minus one, which is the previous row of the rank, and then plus one. Okay, So if there's no previous row, then this one will be 0. Here you can see the value for if does not exist, it will be 0. And then 0 plus 1 is 1. So the first customer will rank 1, and the second customer will rank 2 because the previous one is 1, and then plus 1 is 2. Okay, so after this, let me run the workflow first and then show you mm, the result. Okay, so you can see here the first customer is like this, and then the last customer will be like this. Okay. Now, if I want to take the top 10 customer, I need to cut this data set with the customer top 10. Okay, so if the rank is smaller than or equal to 10, then I will take the A here, which is the group A, plus the part. Uh, Sorry, this one's a little bit difficult to explain in words, but it's like this. So basically, you convert the rank into the string, and then you pass the on the left 0, because sometimes you have like 1, 2, 3, and 10, and then that is 2. And then you need to put 0, 1, 0, 2 until 10 to make uh, the name regular. And then you plus the customer code as well. Other than that, you will do B other. So the group B will be other. Okay, so let me show you how this thing work, and then you understand the formula, although it's very complicated, but the result is very simple. So the if the rank is 10, and then you keep the rank number, and then you keep the customer name as well, but then 11 onward, you will group them all to the others. So this is the method in order for you to check to select only the top 10. So you only care about the top customer, and then see if we have any risks of concentration only, or no. So this is the easiest way to perform concentration analysis. And then you now merge this one back to the original as well. So you compare the customer code, again the code this one, and then you put the rank here on on the other stream. Okay, so this is before, you have until here, and then this after. You have one more column in here, one more augmented column or derived column in here. And then I will show you the revenue recognition in top customer as well. Okay, so the same thing in here. I just duplicate this stream, and then I connect this to this, and then change this one to the top 10 customer. And then everything else will be the same. So in here you can see, actually I need to sort this one first. I need to sort this one to by the top customer. Okay, and then you can see from 1 to 10 and others. So this is the another way to augment the data, to add more columns to the data, and then to perform revenue recognition over the augmented columns.